Hello, and thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Merle Massey. I am the coordinator for undergraduate research initiatives at the University of Saskatchewan. And one of the programs that I run is called SURE. That's the Student Undergraduate Research Experience. And SURE is a program where students can sort of self-select what they need depending on where they're at in their research experience or in their research journey. And with us today, we have Dr. Zuza Papp, and Dr. Papp is the Director of Business Development with Mitacs. And Mitacs is a really amazing Canadian company that works directly with universities to support research projects. Usually it's a three-way connection between universities and colleges and Mitacs and businesses. But I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Papp, and she's going to be able to tell you everything that she knows about undergraduate students and how they can connect in with Mitacs. Over to you, Dr. Papp.
Thank you, Dr. Massey. We can just call each other Zuzsa and Merle. That's totally fine. And students, you're welcome to call me Zuzsa as well. Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about Mitacs programs that even undergraduate students can use to enhance your career skills and also to have one foot in a company if that's the kind of career that you're choosing or that's what you'd like to do. We support both research and other types of innovative projects. So I'll talk about those. And the first slide, I have three things listed. Accelerate program is supporting research. The training program that we have helps you with your communication skills, business skills, and those are free for students that take our other programs and also to graduate students. We can talk about those later. Business strategy internships are also open to all students and also recent graduates. So even if you're graduating this year and you have an opportunity to work with a company or a not-for-profit organization, you can still be supported by Mitacs Business Strategy Internship. The companies might not be always ready to hire, but they would be very happy to try somebody out for a shorter time. Thank you for the link there in the chat. So I'll talk about mostly these, mostly the two things, Accelerate and Business Strategy Internship. The training program you can look up on our portal, on our website and check out what kind of training programs we have. Let's see if I can forward this. So as I mentioned, you can help companies innovate. You can do this through a research project, any discipline, anywhere you are as an undergraduate student. It can be economics, it could be computer science, it could be veterinarian, medicine, anything. If you're creating new knowledge, that's research, and Mitacs Accelerate can support you. And I'll show you in a second how. If you're adapting existing solutions, that is not quite research, but it's still innovation. It's development, knowledge translation types of projects, then you would be using our business strategy internship program. This is quickly a slide about just what Merle, you already mentioned, that three-way connection. Mitacs supports academia industry connections, and in this sense, industry in a broad sense, they can be companies, they can be community partners, different not-for-profit organizations, can even be municipalities or hospitals. So we always, what we support, there has to be always a partner organization. And then there's you, the student, you form the bridge between academia and industry. The grants that we provide are held by professors and they usually help you with the project. If it's research, Accelerate, they're more involved, of course, because they're the experts. So they'll be more involved in the writing of the proposals and also throughout the project. If it's business strategy internship, they might be less involved. So that's how it works kind of forms a triangle. That's what Mitacs supports, the collaborative research and collaborative other projects. So what are the benefits to students? Of course, you experience life outside of academia. You experience an industry work environment. We supported over 3,000 companies by now, probably more than that. It's an older number across Canada. We are not for profit. We are not government. We get funding from federal and provincial sources to support projects and to support students, and at all levels, from undergrad to PhD students and also postdoctoral fellows. When you work, you have a chance to do some work integrated learning or work with a company on a project. You gain confidence in your transferable skills. It's very different. An academic environment is very different, and a communication there is very different. And it's also when you just go in a class and learn about communication skills, it's different from when you actually are on a project and can apply these skills. So Mitacs helps you enhance your communication skills, project management, networking skills, all sorts of those. Of course, Mitacs provides funding, and I'll tell you later how that works. We usually match funding, but this year we can actually do better. So as little as $2,500 from an organization can be made into $10,000, and your professor would pay you out of that, that grant that they get through Mitacs. These provide career opportunities to you with companies of all sizes, not-for-profits. You're welcome to check out our website. Towards the end, I'll show you where you can search for possible projects or past projects and for ideas, what others have done before. So this is a basic model. The shortest internship block that we can support is 4 months. Mitacs is an internship supporting organization, but the internships can be 4 months to 4 years long. So some people will do their whole PhDs as an internship, working on an applied research project with a company, but it can be as little as 4 months. So as an undergraduate student or recent graduate, you can do 3 internship units. So a year or a year and a half if you're doing either research or non-research. A 4 to 6 month block is worth $10,000 to $15,000. There are different budget options, usually half from company, half from Mitacs. So the professor doesn't have to pay, or you don't have to pay. The money flows through the university and they pay your stipend out, and there's usually some flexible costs for the project as well. Right now, instead of $7,500 contribution, the company or not-for-profit can pay as little as $3,750, and it's still going to be a $15,000 working budget. And we can go as low as $2,500. You don't have to concern yourself about the details, as long as you know that it has to be a company or not-for-profit led project that they're interested in and they would benefit from, and they have to have some money put forward for this project. They want to work with you. So this is a list, this slide, more like a regular slide I would present at if we were in person. And this is because this way you have everything there: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the things you need to know about Mitacs Accelerate. You can refer to this list later if you want. First of all, what we want is that you get experiential learning opportunity outside of academia with a partner organization. It can be a company, can be a not-for-profit organization. We support large or small research projects. As I said, minimum 4 months, maximum 4 or 5 years. There's no upper limit in terms of the grant. You don't have to concern yourself about this. There is an upper limit of how long you can be on a project, but a professor might have several students on a project, or it could be multi-university grant that you are part of. To apply, there is no deadlines, except if you want to take advantage of what we offer now, this 1-to-3 leverage option, that's until January. But otherwise, there's no deadline to apply. We always have the 1-to-1 match. It's not competitive, so I help professors and students and companies to get the funding. I help them with their applications. There are flexible timelines. As I mentioned, I work with you. So I need to understand your scenario, what would you like to do, and I'll work with you to get the funding. I already mentioned about the SME, stands for small and medium-sized enterprise. If you work with companies, you will hear this in Saskatchewan. They use this term, and not-for-profit is, you probably know that already. We also have an Indigenous Pathway program. So if the company is Indigenous owned or not-for-profit that has an Indigenous mandate, or if yourself, you are an Indigenous student, then for long-term, you would get the 1-to-3 leverage to work with a partner organization on an applied research project. And as I mentioned, now undergraduate students are eligible, and also recent graduates within 2 years of your graduation are eligible as the student intern on a project. So before I talked about the Accelerate program that supports research. It has to go through scientific review for quality control, and companies usually really appreciate that. Business strategy internships are supporting non-research projects that are still innovative. Again, any discipline, there are no deadlines for this one either, and it's an online application. There is no peer review meaning, because it's not science, you're not usually generating new knowledge during this project. We don't have to send it to scientific review. Same eligibilities otherwise, undergraduate students, master's, PhD students, and postdocs. Same eligible organizations as well. Everything else is a detail. Indigenous Pathways also applies to this. So if you're an Indigenous student, it's easier for you to work with a not-for-profit or a company because it doesn't cost them as much. So this is to encourage Indigenous students and Indigenous companies to innovate, and Indigenous students to help companies and not-for-profits to innovate. That's in a nutshell. This is a list of eligible organizations that you can work with, businesses with any facility in Canada, startups or multinationals. It could be utility providers, and eligible not-for-profit organizations, municipalities in Canada, hospitals, and so on. Now, if you'd like to take part in this program, I would encourage you to check out our website. Let me just see what I do have a couple of slides on that. So there's several ways of going about finding a project. If you're looking for a research project, you can check out our open projects on the Mitacs website. You can see which companies right now are looking for students. So you're welcome to go there. The links are there. This is what it looks like. It actually says open projects right now. We changed the name of the tab, but it's the same idea. So these are projects that are available right now looking for students. Actually, so I might have made a mistake here. So one is the past projects and one is the open projects. So the open projects are the ones that are available right now. And past projects are these other ones. So past projects are on the projects tab of the Mitacs website, and you can see what people have done before, with which companies, and even the name of the students are there, and a short summary of the project. So that could generate ideas for you. I'll correct these links, and I will send this slide deck to Merle later. I'll correct that link there just to show the past project link.
Thanks, Juja. I put the open projects link into the chat as well.
Oh, good, excellent. If you have a partner organization and your professor wants to work with you, with that partner, please connect with me. I put my email address in the chat also earlier, and we can discuss your idea and I can help you through the process. Now, the business strategy internship program is run by the University of Saskatchewan, and they provide great help matching companies with students. I have a link for that, which I didn't include here because I just got the link today. But again, when I'm sending this slide deck to you, I can include that in the slides. Actually, I might do that during this question answer session. I'll look for the link and put that in the chat too, where you should go on the University of Saskatchewan website, where open projects are listed. Those are for business strategy internships and not particularly for research. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you asked Mitacs opportunity. That's the one, through the research excellence and innovation unit. Yes, thank you. So you can search there. There are lots of projects looking for students, and there will going to be more. Like every day I talk to more and more companies, and also the university gets applications through their networks. So there are opportunities for students in any discipline. You can look there. I already talked about the open projects, Canada-wide. These are available to you. Look, you can work cross-provincially. So there might be a company in Quebec or British Columbia that you can work with. So you can check those. And those are the past projects, so the past project website to generate ideas, what people have done in the past. I would suggest you talk to your professor, talk to other students, maybe if you know any master's or PhD students who are on Mitacs Accelerate, and see how they have done it. You can take initiative because it's your career. So I often see projects that are initiated by students because they want to work with the companies, they want to understand, they want to try, they want to take initiative on their career instead of the professor. So sometimes it's not the professor who initiates these. So going forward, yeah, talk with as many professors and companies in your network as you can, and see what you'd like to do, whether you'd like to try this. I showed you the two website tabs where you can look. If you have talked with a professor or company about a potential project, connect with me. Now there's one other thing I haven't talked about, and some of you might want to start your own companies. So if you start your own companies, we can support that too. So let's say you're a finishing undergraduate student and you want to do your master's, but you are also thinking of a company. You're starting a company. You have a great idea, and we can support that. So you can actually be the company and the student at the same time. this program is called Accelerate Entrepreneur. So if you're thinking of that, again, contact me and I can tell you how this works. So you can double the funds available for your company and your studies at the same time, which is a very popular program across Canada. It's a little bit less uptake at the University of Saskatchewan because we don't quite yet have a university-based incubator. I heard that they're thinking about it. And we have collabs and we have Cultivator in Regina. So
I just heard that USask is actually putting that in place and they're recruiting for someone to run the program right now.
I heard that too. So I'm really a bit cautious to say, when this will be running, but it's super exciting that they would be able to help student-owned companies. It's another career option and another innovation option, and Mitacs can support those. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. And here I have my contact information and all our provincial supporters and the federal supporters. If we have any questions, I'm happy to take those and we can record them if there are any, or you can stop recording, whatever you feel like doing, but I'm here. Oh, I'm seeing a note here. I saw that job in LinkedIn where they're looking for someone to run. Oh, the startup incubator. Yeah. So we'll see who we get. I also reposted that because I thought that was
yes,
really
I did too. I thought it looked like a really interesting position. It's with RASI's sort of sister group, Research Excellence and Innovation, and yeah, so hopefully they'll get that up and going. Those of you who might have been part of the SURE program this past summer, REI put forth a series of 9 modules on entrepreneurship, and those are all available as well. One of the students says, "Do you mind going back into your slides? I just want to screenshot your information."
And I think I just did that. So
oh, awesome. So
yeah,
that'll be great. And so yeah, thank you very much, Susan. I'm going to stop the recording, but please go ahead and continue to ask questions. And a round of applause for Susan for being here and giving us a presentation on how students, undergraduate students, can get involved with Mitacs, because this is a fantastic new avenue and connection piece for undergraduate students. And I wanted to make sure that we highlighted that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Merle.